Hi, today I've got a really nice 4-point kneeling exercise session for you to do. We're going to be challenging our core, challenging our stability in 4-point kneeling as well, and really firing up those abdominal muscles to make you feel really strong and stretched out as well. Okay, so we're going to come down into our 4-point kneeling. We're going to start by standing up and coming into a roll down. So I'd like you to have your feet hip distance apart. Think about the weight going down through your left foot and your right foot. Toe muscles coming in so that your hips are balanced over your heels, shoulders balanced over your hips, and a piece of thread lifting up through the crown of your head so you're nice and tall here. Just going to take some shoulder rolls before you start, so feel nice and loose and limber. So let's just smoothly start rolling our shoulders forward, up, back and down. Going around nice and smoothly. Just imagine that you're greasing your shoulder joints. Trying to relax your toes as you move. Great, one more round like this. And now let's go the other way. So shoulders going back, up, forward and down. Trying to keep your body as still as possible as you move. And one more like this. And bring our arms down by our sides. So now coming into our roll down, we're just going to start rolling forward. Imagine you're peeling your spine off a wall behind you. We're going to do 2 roll downs before coming into 4-point kneeling. So with the weight still even between your left foot and your right foot, breathe in to prepare and breathe out to nod your chin. Soften your breastbone and start rolling up and over this imaginary beach ball in front of you, one bone at a time. So nice and soft and smoothly rolling down. Toe muscles coming up and in and hanging your arms and head long and heavy like a rag doll here. Now if you can touch the floor, great. If you can't, then don't worry. Breathing in here. As we breathe out, we're going to open up the front of our hips and then bone by bone restack, bone by bone all the way up to the top, nice and slowly. Good, let's go one more time. So trying to go a little bit more smoothly and kind of more sequentially, so that really means bone by bone. So if you feel that any areas of your spine are a bit stiff, just pay extra attention to those as you move. So going to roll down again, bone by bone, core muscles coming up and in as we roll forward, up and over. Arms and heads hanging heavy. Great. Maybe feeling a little bit longer down the back of your hamstrings now. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, opening up through the front of your hips once again. And again, coming up, one bone at a time. Lovely, great. So for this next one, we're going to come down and come onto all fours. So let's roll down, nice and slow again. Again, bone by bone, tippling forward, just feeling those muscles in your back working. All right, and then we're going to walk our hands forward, bringing them level with each other, and then bringing our knees back down onto the floor. So we're set up in this 4-point kneeling position. Now I'd like you to make sure you've got plenty of space between your fingers so you can take all the weight of your body through your hands, and then try and think about the weight going down through your left hand, left knee and right knee. So from here, let's find our neutral position. So I'd like you just to go into a little tuck of the pelvis. So you're tucking your tailbone between your legs and then sticking your bottom out. So pressing the mat away, check that the centers of your elbows are facing towards each other. And let's roll and send back. Good. And again, tuck and lengthen. Now, checking what's going on with your shoulders, ask yourself if you've let yourself slump down. And if you have, just keep pressing the mat away so it's like you're pressing your chest bone up towards the ceiling. And we'll do 2 more like this. And come back through to your neutral position. All right, so getting ready for our cat now. Let's breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck the tailbone underneath you. And then one bone at a time, start rolling all the way up. Mid-spine traveling up towards the ceiling. Pressing the mat away, and then as you inhale, lengthen back through to your neutral position. Let's go again, tucking underneath you, so bone by bone movement again, just like we did in that roll down, but we're starting from the opposite end this time. So we're starting with that tailbone tucking. So roll up, imagine mid-spine pressing up, really getting lots of length through your spine. Extending back, and we'll do 2 more like this. Tuck, 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 and lengthen. Inhale, extend back through to your start position. Check that you're in neutral before you start to go into that next cat. And one more. Rolling all the way up. And lengthen through. Great. So if you need to, just sit back and give your wrists a bit of a rest so you can roll them around. Just get rid of any tension that you might be holding through there. And we'll come straight into our oblique cat. So set yourself up just like before. Then pick your right hand up and place it directly in front of your left hand. So now your body's going to be on a bit of an angle. We go into exactly the same movement. So we're going to tuck the tailbone again and roll up. And you might feel that you're slightly longer down one side now. So you're pressing away. Inhale and lengthen back. So we're just trying to open out the side of our rib cage now. Breathing out to lengthen. Inhale to extend back. Nice and long through your spine. Let's go 2 more times like this. Rolling up. Inhaling back. Great. And final one. Tucking all the way underneath. Rolling up. And inhaling back. It's just starting to rain. Okay, hopefully we can get through this without it coming on too heavy. All right, let's walk our hands back. Place the left hand in front of the right hand now and go again into that oblique cat. So tuck, 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 tuck. Roll up. Inhale. And lengthen. Tucking again to roll. Inhale to lengthen. And again, so you might find that the more you do this, the more smooth it feels. Great. And 2 more. Tucking underneath. Really enjoying this sequential movement. Extend back. And we've got our final one. So making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Tucking all the way underneath. Rolling up. And inhale to lengthen back. Walk your hands back. Sit back over your heels again. And give your wrists a bit of a twist around. So we're going to move into a tabletop 2 now. And for this, I'd like you to imagine that you've got a tray of drinks balanced on the back of your pelvis. And we're really going to try and keep those drinks nice and stable. So back into 4-point kneeling. Remember all those cues, so nice neutral spine and pelvis. Shoulders away from ears, pressing the mat away from you. We're going to move opposite hand and opposite leg at the same time. So this time as we inhale, keep your body completely still. Bring your toe muscles in. Inhale to lengthen opposite hand and opposite foot away along the mat. Then as you exhale, I'd like you to float them up to shoulder and hip height, reaching through your finger and reaching through your toe. Lower down and draw back in. Well done. Let's go on the other side. Sliding away to inhale. Exhale to float up. Lower down. Draw back in. Great. So remembering that tray of drinks on the back of your pelvis. Drawing your toe muscles up all the time to support you. And again, slide and float. Lower, return. Great. Nice long back of neck. Ask yourself if you've dropped your head down towards the floor. And back in. Great stuff. Inhale to slide. Exhale to float. Lower, return. And again, slide and float. Lower, return. One more time to each side. Slide, float, lower, return, slide and float. Great. Watching what your hips are doing. Return back, sit back over your heels, and again, roll your wrists around. Because next we're going to add in another movement to that tabletop 2. We're going to go into that lift just like before, and then as we're in the lift, we're going to bend our knee and salute our arm in. So we're just going to increase the amount of time that we're spending in that kind of oblique balance position. So again, really getting the muscles around your spine switched on and supporting your spine. So coming back through to 4-point kneeling. Same movement. We're going to inhale to slide, exhale to float, and then as you inhale, salute your hand into your forehead and bend that back knee without moving your hips or your shoulders. Lengthen back, lower, and slide back under. Well done. And again on the other side. Slide, float, lengthen. coming back, down and through. Well done. And again, so we're trying to keep our body completely still. Remember the tray of drinks. Think about drawing your tummy button up to your spine so the internal corset is switched on as you move. That's it. Shoulders away from your ears as well, and remember to breathe nice and wide into your rib cage to expand your lungs. Good stuff. One more here. Lengthen, down, return. Sit back over your heels again. Have a bit of a rest. Now also, I should have said before, if this is too much for your knees, you can add in an extra bit of cushion underneath your knees to give them a bit more padding, or you can fold your mat over so it's got a little bit more depth. And again, that might prevent any unnecessary pressure through your knees. Okay, so let's bring it up a notch now with our side twist prep. So we're going to get our balance in now. So back to 4-point kneeling. Going to inhale and slide one leg back, just like we did in tabletop 2. Then as we exhale, I'd like you to twist to the side. Let your heel come down, let that bottom leg come to the floor to support you, and then float that top arm up towards the ceiling, reaching through your fingertips. Then as you inhale, sweep the arm around, twist and return to your start position. Let's go on the other side. So we inhale to slide the leg. As we exhale, we twist, bring the heel down, float the arm up. Toe muscles switch on, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Lower down, draw back through. Good stuff. And again, slide and twist, reaching through the fingertips. Lower down, draw back in. Good. Slide. Ooh, and float. So you can see it's actually quite hard to keep your balance here. Requires quite a lot of concentration. We're going to go again. Slide and float. So I like to turn my head to look at my finger. It helps with my balance, and you might like to do the same. Okay, let's see if I can do this one on this side. Slide and twist. Lower down. Let's go one more time on each side. And then we're going to try and add on another little bit to this movement. Slide and twist. Good. Float and return. Last one. Slide and twist. Float down and return. Let's sit back once again. Give our wrists a bit of a rest, because now we're going to add on a leg lift. So again, really getting our balance going. We do the same movement as we did before. So we slide, twist, lift the arm up, and then we're going to float that leg up so it's at hip height. So reaching through your toe, reaching through your finger, getting the side of the leg and the glutes switched on. Lower down, twist back. Good stuff. So inhale to slide, exhale to twist and lift. Inhale to lower, return back down. Slide and float. Lower and return. You might get into a little bit of a rhythm with this as well, which is always nice. So twisting and lifting, down, return. Okay, so for these final two, we're just going to see if we're going to add a bit of extra movement with our arm as well now. May fall over on this, so let's see. So we're going to slide, and then as we lift that leg, we're going to reach the arm up and over again. So reaching through your fingertips, reaching through your toes. Lower down, good. And return. Let's go on the other side. So internal core, so always switched on and coming in, reaching over, lower down, and return. Let's see if we can do one more like that on each side. Slide and float. Lower, return. Last one. Slide, float, lower, return. Sit your bottom back. Come into a lovely stretch here. Bottom reaching back, fingertips reaching forward. Bring your head down if you can, and then let's sit ourselves up, ready for our two final breaths. I like to sit cross-legged here, so sitting nice and tall, arms out to the side, breathe in, breathe out, reach up towards the sky, reaching through your fingertips. lengthen the arms down, and one more time, let's go into a little back bend as well, reaching all the way up, press the air away, and give yourself a nice flat well done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've really enjoyed it, and do let me know how you get on. See you next time. Bye bye.